All right, so I mean, as we're seeing, and as most of us are finding out, um, the Axis really is kind of playing, get the or get Japan units into here and just really keep the economic advantage, and then slowly choke out the Allies. He's not looking to set up a trade Moscow for Berlin and hope that the dice gods help me out. At least not anytime soon. So the longer we play this, the harder, the more and more unlikely the dice gods are going to be in my favor. So we're kind of in a tough spot here. So either I need to make some impact on the income game, which means I have to get units down into Africa and turn Africa around, which is going to be challenging because he's got, 4 transports here pulling from these guys that he could send down and over. Um, or we got to find somewhere else to pull money from. So one side is this soft backside of Japan. They don't want to have to come back after these guys, so that's a possibility, especially with this transport. If I come over to 21 and I'm looking at New Zealand next turn, and then back up to Hawaii and maybe some builds over here, I don't know. At least distract them. The other thing too is, maybe I need to pull something out of the wazoo. So it may become a time where what if we take our guys and we march them out this way and make him have to pull back and just pull him back and distract him. I mean, yes, I give up Moscow, which is big, but maybe I can pull his units out away from Africa and away from here enough that I can make some progress here and maybe in Africa. I'm not going to do that this turn because one thing I had yet to, if I leave Africa, I've got to watch out real quickly about the victory city because he could seal out France and then take Moscow and he'd have 9 victory cities. So I need to be in position to make sure I'm ready to take Hawaii before I do anything like that. So, and that is still, I come here in 23, set up in 24, so that 25 I can take it. So I want to make sure I don't leave any sooner than letting him take Moscow on 25. So we're going to do some different plays in the meanwhile. I'm going to set up a 7 infantry, 1 tank, 4 fighter versus his 11 guys up here. And just, again, pull units away from here. I don't know. Just try to pull units as many different ways as we can. We're going to stack Belarusia, with his guys here because that's going to be an issue. And, we're going to do a double stack of Baltic Belarusia. So that, again, I don't want to start trading this one too and then not be able to trade down here into Ukraine at all. So now I probably won't be able to trade into Ukraine because he can just keep feeding into Ukraine too. So that's the plan. We're going to be setting up a quick shot on these guys, see if we can get a dice luck there. We're going to try to do a 3 for 2 trade on ground over here and start sneaking. Maybe we can distract him some over here. Basically, just see if we can get him to make a mistake. I mean, overall, he has played very solidly overall. There's been a few times that, like when he could have moved into Novo, and he didn't. So there's been times that he's done some smaller things, but overall, he's played pretty solid. And the setup of playing for the economic game as Axis is not a typical. Usually, with the whole Africa thing, just for reference, I get enough over here, distract him a pole enough, and I have enough allies to go ahead and take him. But that 100 points of damage of bombing raids is 30 some units lost, and that's why I never really could make the headway over here on Berlin. And so then that got me in trouble because I wasn't planning to try and fully contest Africa. I was just trying to slow Africa, divert units. But now I'm in a stuck position here. So, in any case, so this transport, he's going to have to come back up this way. There's nothing over here, even if I can come over here and pull my carrier back if I want to, which I probably will, and bring my transports down here. But the reality is this transport gunner here is no good because there's only 6 units anyways. So we're going to go ahead and send them up to C Zone 3 along with these 5, so that we'll have 6 transports sitting up there. That does mean we need 12 units for them next turn. So we got 2 that are going to come into here. So we need to build 10, 2 more here. That gives us 12 ground. So here's our 12 ground we're building. And I chose to save just a little bit of IPC just in case for the next round. Yeah. So we're going to cycle planes. So we got 2 planes that can come here, 2 planes that can land on my carrier here. So I can use 2 planes to help with the attacks over here. Actually, we can use the 3rd one on this side just because we know there's no such thing as overkill in this game. We got 3 bombers we can hit down here. So again, we're going to try a 2 for 3 trade. I think that might be all my attacks. I feel like there was something else, but my brain's just not giving me anything. I think that must be it. I mean, we don't want to be doing a lot of attacks with the US, so. That was nice. I will definitely take that. Whew. Woo! Hey, I was expecting 3 hits to be honest. All right. Well, that was a nice turn. Feel good turn. All right. Let's see. And So here's my latest on my spreadsheet for you guys. Now, it's getting kind of hard to see, but here's the end of round 23. So definitely we slipped back, but that round we did get a little bit of a game back on some. Obviously still behind, and we're still playing um, the economic game, which he is winning right now. So uh, we're hanging in there. We're fighting, trying to find a way to see if we can turn this back around as drastically as he turned it around on us. Oh, wait, I forgot to tell you. I forgot there was a thing that Japan did called a bombing run. Guess what? He did 6 damage, non-shutdown. So, even though we killed some bombers in the Navy fleets, the SBRs continue to be perfect, and he now has a 105 damage without a shot down yet. All right. I gotta double check my fighters over here. I feel like I did something wrong with my fighters. They don't quite feel right. Baltic. I want 74 guys in there at the least. 74. Yeah, it's putting it kind of thin, but so be it. I gotta make things kind of thin. Come on. Come on. So we can still come back and strike here if he tries to stack it. Or we can threaten New Zealand and make him do some stuff. This is another part I was debating. Should I go ahead and move both these within striking distance where you can only hit one of them and force him to build a boat? He pulls back his destroyer there. Yeah, I gotta think on that a little bit. Because I could threaten to make him actually build a destroyer, so that will make him spend some IPC on a destroyer, so that's not a bad thing. I kind of wish I had a bomber over this way, so that if he did he'd kill one sub, I could kill the other one with my other sub. I think. If I go ahead, if I get close enough to here, I think I need to do it. So this is what I'm thinking. You know, he's gonna see this, right? And he's gonna go, all right, I need to come back to take care of that. These guys are further away. These guys are a little closer. Um, these guys could get to here, in which case they would actually be dead zoning me there, but I could come up. these guys could come down to here, and they could dead zone both here and here and prevent me from taking either of those. So if I can make him have to keep them back, because no one here can get back in time, that might not be a bad thing. Probably a better way to do this, but I'm gonna do this. Make him choose one. One he could kill, one he can't. And in that way, of course, if he just does his destroyer carrier, assuming he wins it without me getting a hit, then he's still sitting there, right? And he's still dead zoning there. He's still dead zoning there. I want to be tricky with these guys, but I don't want to just give them up. I suppose if I keep him back, he can dead zone him, but I can go in there and have a bomber build so that if he comes in, I'll have two destroyer or two subs and a bomber versus his destroyer carrier. So yeah, I think I'm gonna keep him back. I'm gonna keep him safe. Yeah, we're just gonna keep him there, I think. I mean, all reality, this guy may just probably just come right back into Africa again. Because I got 3 bombers here, I could hit South Africa again. Alright, I'm going to pause for just a second because I got to go back to the calculators. Yeah, so I forgot I had an extra fighter, so I went ahead and flew the one fighter back up here to, or left him up in C-Zone 3, so we got four fighters up here all together still. I feel a little more comfortable that way. So that was my main thing. Like I said, I knew the fighters, something didn't feel right there. Oh, son of a gun, I forgot these guys. This is that I wish you could see and go back on the, because non-combat, nothing's been done yet. I could go, stupid me, stupid me. Oh well. I'll have this guy for coming back to take France next time if I choose not to take him with UK. Look on the bright side. Okay, well, that is what it is, I guess, and we move forward. Moving on to Russia. I think I'm just not going to bother building again. You know, discourage him from too much. I've got it stacked either way, so I don't need to use him. Let's see, we got 8, 10, 11, 13. I'll have 24. You know, I mean, it's going to take 32 to get up to anything. I need another 4 to make it worth it, so I don't even know that an attack is really worth it anywhere either. Yeah, no, I don't even see any attacks that I like doing. I guess I could go ahead and build my 2 up here still. Said it does make it still kind of awkward, but with my plans of hitting him, should help. Make it less awkward, that is. So we'll build 2. We're not going to attack anywhere. There's not a good strafe on 2, right? I mean, I guess I could have just done a 1v1 and just see, but again, a 1-for-1 trade favors the aggressor in the end, and we're the defender in this point. So we are going to swing an AA over here. Now, I'm doing that because I'm hoping to be optimistic. You know what? We're not even going to do that. Like I say, I'm going to be optimistic that we take out these guys with the UK, and then that would kill him, and or make him 1v2. I kind of like it. Because if I'm successful with the UK, then I can always slide an AA into there as well and make it where he'd have to do 1 infantry and a bunch of air against 2 infantry and an AA. And he may not like that idea. And again, just trying to win economics where we can. So we'll do that. And that'll be a turn. Alright, so I gotta run quick again because I'm running right up to the clock again, and I don't even know if I'm gonna make it this time. So, and I probably gonna have to pause briefly partway through. But in any case, he bought 10 infantry. Poland, France, he took both those. With just 1 infantry loss, he, as you can see, he moved his infantry and put his tank out here to stack, I guess, because he's planning on moving some more Japan in there. I don't have time to think about what I'm going to do with that. I can't do anything with it with UK, so it doesn't really matter. We're going to focus on everything else. So the interesting thing here, I'm just going to throw this out now. I got 2, 4, 8, 10 fighters, 3 bombers down here, battleship, and 9 transports that can hit Northwest Europe. The real fast numbers is if he does not put any Japan in there and I don't do anything else and I just attack with America versus what's there right now, it's an IPC positive battle for me, which may be worth the risk. That being said, I think I'm going to take a artillery. I wish I had a cruiser still. Now, you heard me right. I said I wish I had a cruiser still. Don't expect me to say it again. But I'm going to take an artillery infantry shot at seeing if maybe he has AA to die first. Because if he does, that'll help me for when these move into Berlin regardless. And it'll be harder to do that because of the whole mixed fleets and the air and blah, 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 blah. So we're going to take a little shot at it right now. Just an infantry artillery shot because I'm going to let US take France this turn. We are going to build up to our 8 spots, putting 5 and 3, but we're going to save 6 IPC for our presumed drained money that's coming again, especially since we're not going to take France with the UK this turn. So that's the plan. We are going to take a shot up here at Japan as well. The reality is the first several rounds of this is exactly a toss-up, 50-50 toss-up. The whole thing together, because we end with air versus them ground, is like a 43% chance I conquer it, but at a 3 IPC loss. To me, that's worth giving it a roll the first time or two to see if we can get a better roll and then follow all the way through with it. Again, if we can kill these, that makes him taking this a little less likely, as I can move an AA in there. And, you know, just trying to win IPC where we can. Plus, he's got 32 IPC in the risk here. If we do win this, this is 27 that we're throwing between our tanks and infantry. So that's a +5, plus the 1 is 6, plus maybe a kill here, we're taking it back, would be a 7. So it's an IPC positive thing for us if we have a dice roll go well. Like I said, I was going to come down here to Morocco this turn, but because I don't think he realized my bombers are in reach, or that these two fighters can reach, because I've got enough movements around, because these two can go 1, 2, 3, land on a plane, on a carrier. These two go 1, 2, 3, land on a carrier. That's 4 that need carrier landings. We got 3 carriers. These 4 are in 2. Those 2 are in 2. So I don't know if he recognized all that. So, or maybe he's willing to take that risk. Maybe he's willing because it's going to throw off my logistics, because I'm going to have to pull all these infantry back down instead of filtering them through. I don't know. A lot of maybes. We'll see what we do. But we're moving right along. Combat. You know what? We're going to take a shot at that. I have not looked at what I need to have in there to hold that. We'll figure that out on US's turn, I guess. Unlikely. Implausible. Unlikely. So this is an equal attack power or defense power. I just got one more unit than him, but I'm risking air to do it. So here we go. So as long as we can kill more units than he does in the first round or two, we can go for it. If not, well, then we're just in trouble. Come on, get a hit. Yeah, I just want to hit. Ugh. Yeah, just get the hits. Come on, we know you're going to kill him. Dang it. Just hoping for a little bit of luck there. I want to see what his defensive profile is. Oh, that was a waste. Should have went to Africa. That's not going to help my case. No, that definitely is not going to help my case. Oh, I didn't mean to hit again. Dang it. That's what I get for rushing. Oh, that one hurt really bad. I think we're done. We are screwed. Oh, I hate rushing. This is why I do not like ranked games. So just pull him back in because we're all screwed there. Yeah, that was very bad. Wow, especially hitting my second time. I did not mean to hit a second time of continue. That was just luck, bad luck. Everything else is just bad luck. And, oh, shoot. Did we make it? I don't know if we're going to make it. I don't know. Come on. I really hate ranked. I think this is definitely. I was trying to hope to make a run, a top 20, top 10 run, but I don't have the time to play ranked enough, and this game is going to set me back too far to come back, and I just don't like ranked. I don't the time constraints. Any future games, I'm just gonna have to play off of the league games, which are awesome games, and I can get a forgiveness every so often on these clocks. So, all right, well, that wasn't a great round, so oh well. Moving on. Crud, I'm really don't think I'm gonna make it this time. I have a huge work project tomorrow. I'm doing a presentation to my clinic leaders for all day, 8 hours. I've been prepping all day, and now the timer is going to expire on me before I can do this. I have not even looked at this. I've not prepped this. I have absolutely no chance of doing this in time. Ah, crap. All right. Let's see. He's got Like 103. Oh crap, I can't do that in my head. Ah, geez, this whole Europe thing's gonna crank my head right now. Da 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 da. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. Where's this other bombers? There's a bomber. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They can make it. So we got 7 bombers, 7 planes. Fight Japan. These dudes. 1, 2, 3. They 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They can't make it. So we got 7. We've got 6 up there. UK moves to 4, 7. Mamma mia. I really wanted to come back here. He's creeping there. He's creeping there. US moves. Germany has 4. We got 3. We can go ahead and risk that, right? Let's see. 1, 2, 4, 7. 2, 4, 5, 6, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Subs can't get back in time. Germany doesn't hit them. Okay, can come down here. Alright, so I hadn't got a chance to look at this at all. My fast thought was I am just going to try to counter and push back in Africa, see if we can get any income coming back. Maybe look at something going on over this way and creating headaches over this way, but of course he is challenging that too. So, alright. We got 6 transports living. We got those 6 coming back, or 5, 10. We can't do anything about France if we're gonna pull out, right? We're gonna pull out, so we can't do anything there. So da 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 da. 4, 7, man. No, we're just gonna do something stupid because I don't even think I'm not gonna have time to get this in. Crap. Mamma mia. 1, 2, 3. 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. No, that do it. 2. Da 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 da. We don't need to do that this turn. Just do another sub for right now. Through Germany. I need more time to think on this. Crap. 72, 14, 1. Alright, so he is threatening 7, 10, 18, 19. We've got like 14, 16 there. Through, pump people through. So we're gonna move them over. Down. What I need. always say, you just can't have too many people. I don't know what I'm doing. God, I hate work sometimes. That's just gonna have to be whatever it is. There, we have nothing that can squeeze through there. Can squeeze that way. Two, three, four. The fighters. These fighters can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. So he's got 1. 4 fighters. It's all Japan, right? So we're gonna have 1, 2, 4, 6, 7. 7. We'll be alright. Let's just go. Nice. Of course. I don't even know what I'm doing now. I think my time's already up. I think I already lost my time anyways. Shoot. What do I need over here? What are we building? What do we got? We do got a damaged. So we're putting 4 in. That would give me 69, 78. He's got 60, 71 for, 100 planes. So I need them there. We're just gonna put them there. More guys down that way for the moment. That looks like I lost. Alright, well, it was a losing game anyways at this point, so Lone Shark he played it well. I'll do a summary. I'm gonna get off. I gotta finish my work, and then I'll come back and do a summary and finish this up. All right. I'm doing just a quick recap on this game and kind of how it went through and where I was going with it at least my plan at the very least. But obviously, this game, for those that were following it, it started with the round 1 Ukraine, where we had to retreat. He still had his artillery, his tanks, his bomber, his fighter, still sitting in Ukraine. And then he built a G1 carrier. So, I mean, basically he had a G1 carrier and bomber start, which made things really rough in the beginning. I still feel the carrier was a mistake. I think he would have been better off dropping tanks and rushing me. with that bad of a start. Um, but he went that route. I think I contained the carrier fine. He didn't get any really good extra advantage from it. We've killed it. But again, that start just snowballed, and we were able to kind of pull back and pull back and pull back in, but it meant just didn't have the units where I could continue to hold India. I fought India for a long time and held it off, um, and traded it for a while, and I felt pretty good about how I handled that situation. I was satisfied with that. But then these strategic bombing raids were just pounding and pounding and pounding and pounding, and he never did lose a bomber to a strategic bombing raid. And the 109 or whatever damage it was throughout the game just was punishing. And I where my mistake came in is probably around 17ish. I didn't actually go back and count the rounds, but I'm just going to say it was around then. I should have recognized that he was not going to go to that point of giving me a chance to have a dice battle where the dice gods saved me in Moscow or Berlin, and I get a top 10% result in one of those. That's when he came in and he brought his fleet in here and dropped his infantry and moved them on up. And even before then, I should have identified that he was going to the economy game where he was going to hold things. And I did kind of notice it, and so the the third main factor in this was that India attack, which really had good odds. And if I had taken India, I would have cut off his flow. He would have pulled back, and I was going to come back in with U.S. and work on pushing back and then meeting him more closer to Egypt and fighting this route. Um, so that really hurt. And then, like I said, then I was kind of going, let's get the miracle dice. But give credit to Loan Shark where it's due. He did a great job of mixing up the boats and the turn orders on me, and I was kind of fighting that while trying to get some good movements with my navies. He did a great job of really pinning me down there. Um, but my play, at this point, what my plan prior to this round, when I was trying to just make a turn so I didn't time out, and I just not good at it. What I was in my mind, what I was planning on starting to do this turn was pull back the allies, come back, and between U.S. and Russia, push Japan back up a little bit. That means I was going to let Germany out of the box, but I'd rather Germany start to regrow, and then meanwhile, I was going to start working pressing um, Africa and even starting to play some games over here in the Pacific a little bit more. Like I was just kind of teasing to see what his response would be, when I put the transports over here. I did goof the first transport. That was a goof by me, but that not recognizing the bomber could hit it. But anyways, that was my plan. It was probably too late, to be perfectly honest, for it to be successful. But I was going to see if we could drive this into a 50-60 round game, basically and then turn the economy game back around against them, and then eventually press back. That was pretty much my only chance because he wasn't going to give me a dice shot. So a good job on Loan Shark recognizing, he had the advantage and might as well just choke it out. I made in the comments at one time, I see this strategy come where, Japan, they push to get India and then into Africa and whatnot. And I will say 95% of the time, as long as I just put a little bit of battle here and then just focus the results up here, I can take Berlin and then come back and address the Africa situation and create a front line. I just didn't recognize how much the bombing raids had really taken out of me until I was too stalled. So, great game by Lone Shark. I gotta give him credit where it's due. He played pretty solid. There's only a few little things I would have done differently, like the G1 carrier. I'm not a big fan of that, and I think he could have made a little bit more of an advanced move with Japan. But otherwise, he played a very solid game, and he knew what his goal was, and he played to it. So, all right. I've already started the next game, and I've already started goofing it up, so we'll see if we can save that up. Probably going to be my last game of the season because I know the season's coming around in February, so I don't know that I'm going to be able to get much further. All right. And that's the end of game number 9.